The following is a presentation of TFNN. The Money Masters. Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044. Now, Tom O'Brien and Tommy O'Brien.
Welcome, folks. We appreciate you growling and prowling with us out here. Right now, we have the Dow Industrials down 61. You get the Nasdaq off 26. S&Ps are off 9.5. We have gold up $12, trading at $13.71. Silver's up 27 cents at $20.77. Oil market's up 71 cents at $40.77. Notes are down 15 ticks, 132.10. Bonds are off 2 full points and 6 ticks, 171.13. King dollar's down 6.42 at 95.04.
I don't want higher rates, man. Make those bonds go back up.
I'm telling you, man. Right now, and this doesn't happen a lot, folks. Okay, there's divergence out here that is pretty intense. And you know what we're gonna do?
What happens for divergence?
Well, we're gonna go over to our man, Mr. Kevin Hinks, man, because I'm telling you, this is when I look at those numbers, but then it's a feel. It's like, okay, you got to be kidding me, man. I get bonds. I get the 30-year down 2 full points, right?
And I did like a quick double take almost. It was two. And I had to actually, you go back to the symbol. I'm like, am I looking at the 30-year? But yeah, okay, well, that's what I did.
Right, and then on a fundamental basis, you say, okay, interest rates are going up. Well, why is the gold up, and then why is the dollar down? Well, let's go over to our man, Mr. Kevin Hinks, okay? Because I got a feeling that we get volatility coming in this market, folks. And don't forget, every trading day, right here, 12 o'clock, Kevin, Scott, TD Ameritrade, Swim Lessons, great show. Get it right on your cell phone. You go to TFNN.com, you hit Tiger TV, you're going to get a great show, 12 to 1 Eastern Standard Time. Kevin Hinks, what's going on?
Good morning, Tom. Good morning, Tommy. How's everybody doing?
Morning, Kevin.
I'm telling you, man, we've been doing this a long time, and there's not many times that there's a disconnect in my own head, okay? It doesn't mean I'm right when I'm thinking that what is going to happen, but it's not many times that I get a disconnect like, okay, man, what is going on here, okay? Because these things aren't acting like they normally do, the correlation. Do you know what I'm saying?
Oh, I mean, Tom, think about last Friday, right?
Yes.
Last Friday, that GDP number, we went from starting to talk about interest rates going back up to the fear of a recession in one number.
Right.
Completely turned the way we were looking at the economy.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
One GDP number and a downgrade the month before. So now, since that day, since Friday, now rates, the 10-year yield has done nothing but tick up since then.
Yes.
So what was that? Are they ignoring what the GDP did just for that one day? Because that dollar move on the GDP was enormous.
Oh, they crushed it. Yeah, no doubt.
Enormous. Yeah. So, yeah, I mean, we are getting, but the markets are a little thin. You said it in your pre-show here.
Yes.
How volumes are low, right?
Yeah.
So moves are getting a little distracted. And I think we're sifting through a lot of information trying to find direction.
No, good point, man. I knew that you'd have a decent explanation for me. No, and it's the thinness of the markets. That's what it very well could be. Yeah. No, okay, cool. It's going to be interesting, man. I think your volatility, man. I think your volatility is going to be a friend here, man. I can just feel it. Do you know what I mean? It's like, okay, man. It's right here. It's right around the corner, and so.
We make a joke on Swim Lessons when volatility is low. Buy umbrellas when the sun is shining, right?
Yes.
So what should you be looking at in these environments? And we've been telling our listeners, you should be looking at after Labor Day volatility.
Right.
Some cheap volatility for when all those eyes start coming back to the market.
Yes.
Let's start looking at that. And how do you get some positive theta coming in your account? The calendar spread, the diagonal spread. These are the things you should be looking at right now. You should be looking 30 to 60 days ahead. Let's get out into October and figure out what our game plan is for then. That's what we try to do on Swim Lessons.
Yeah, and, it's not that the market repeats itself over and over again, but believe me, folks, you get a couple down days in the market, and people are going to go right back to last August and say, "Oh man, okay," because just last August, in a matter of 2 weeks, we went from 2,100 S&P down to 1867. So,
right, and I mean, still some of these big numbers on this economy. I mean, car sales, auto sales that are flowing out all today during the day.
Yes,
they're all missing and missing badly.
Right.
So, there's still a lot of questions.
Yeah, and I think, with cars, I mean, I guess the replacement forever, 2007 is a long time ago now. We're 2016, the Depression, people couldn't buy cars. After a certain amount of time, it's like, guess what? You need a new car. Or you don't need one, but people want one. If they can afford it, they'll do it, So,
that said, Tom,
yes,
234 firms coming out with earnings today, over 1,500 this week.
Wild.
Even this week, huh? Yeah. 1,500. That's monster, man.
This is as big a week as you'll see, right? It starts as next week a little bit less, then it really starts to trail off. So these are the final big weeks of earnings.
Okay. We'll be ready for them. And, don't forget, folks, if you haven't test drove the Thinkorswim platform, great platform. You come over to our website. You can hit the banner. You bring it up. They'll put, you can trade with paper money inside it. You have a professional platform for, professionals also, but guess what? As retail traders, you can use a professional platform, which is just amazing.
Watch swim lessons, figure out how to use it to the max.
That's right.
That's right.
Okay, brother, listen, we look forward to this program at noon. I got a feeling by noon we might be down 100.
That's putting it lightly.
Have a great day, guys. Can't wait.
Take care, Kevin.
Have a great one, man. Have a safe one. Stay right there, folks. Tommy and I are coming right back. The Dow's off 73. Nasdaq's off 30. S&P's are down 10.5. We're going to be right back.
Larry Pesavento has just started his brand new service, Fibonacci 24/7, and he's already delivering content to his subscribers on a daily basis when the market's opened and even on weekends. Each Monday, you'll receive Larry's written report that provides detailed commentary and a summary on the charts and videos that Larry sends out. And throughout the week, when warranted, Larry will send out via charts or videos or both the key markets that he is watching during the day. This will be up-to-the-date, active trading information that will help you in your daily trading. In Larry's first week alone, he sent out 25 charts, 6 videos, and a full report to his subscribers in just 1 week. If you're a technical trader that uses patterns and retracements to trade, then Larry's service Fibonacci 24/7 is something that you must try. Right now, new subscribers can get a full 30-day money-back guarantee. With nothing to risk, sign up now to Larry Pesavento's Fibonacci 24/7 by visiting the front page of TFNN.com under Trading Newsletters.
Platinum, grains, crude oil, gold, copper, cattle, hogs, gasoline, natural gas, coffee, cotton, cocoa, and sugar. These are just some of the commodities mentioned in the most recent issue of Andy Hecht's Techno-Mental Commodity Report. Andy publishes his weekly newsletter every Thursday morning, where he breaks down the commodity market and provides his subscribers with specific trading recommendations based on his trading methodology. By signing up for a free trial to the Techno-Mental Commodity Report, you'll get a full 30 days to try out this powerful newsletter service and see for yourself the types of trades Andy has recommended for his subscribers. When you sign up for a 30-day free trial, you're under no obligation to pay anything. And should you decide to continue, you will lock in the low rate of only $79 a month. Sign up right now for the Techno-Mental Commodity Report and make sure you're ready to catch the next big trade in commodities. For more information and to get started today, visit the front page of TFNN.com.
You know what's cool? Taking something that's good for you. Something specifically formulated to help with weight loss, better sleep, stress reduction, and the need to detox.
Nico, our hunter and gatherer ancestors found all their nutritional requirements for health in their wild environment. But today, our food sources no longer contain the vitamins, minerals, and nutrients our bodies need to stay healthy and strong.
That's why we need Primal Edge Daily Nutrition. It includes a special blend of ionic, soil-based vitamins, minerals, fatty, and amino acids in an easy-to-use liquid form.
Primal Edge is powered by highly concentrated fulvic and humic acids, nature's preferred delivery system. They have been called miracle molecules because, like sunlight, air, and water, life cannot exist without them.
That's right, Paige. They ensure we receive all the nutrition we need to be healthy and thrive. We take it every morning.
Primal Edge, formulated and approved by Nico and Paige of Living a Primal Lifestyle. Buy it today for just $89. Click on the Primal Edge banner on the front page of TFNN.com. We take your phone calls now. Toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
Welcome back, folks. We have the Dow Industrials right now down 74. Nasdaq's off 32. S&Ps are off 11.5. And, we get a little action on the way down out here. The real question is going to be, do we get an expansion of volume?
So we're talking about the way down, right? We were just looking at, and we pulled this up on yesterday.
Yes.
As some of the trading. And we're definitely getting a drop in that, in the markets. But we're looking at the NASDAQ 100. And, of course, you have your weekly binaries that you have on here.
Right. I put the bear hat on yesterday. My nails,
so this was
nails grew
yes.
overnight.
Yeah, you had 2 trades, and this is the one, that expires Friday, close of the index, 415. And you sold it, and it's at 46.68. So you needed to expire really at or below.
Right.
Because it's a greater than.
And right now we're at 47.16.
Yeah.
So.
I mean, what I just said at the break looks a lot better than it was at 47.60.
Yeah, exactly.
Not 6 hours ago.
Exactly.
So you're getting some good volatility move to the downside.
So the risk versus the reward there, folks, was approximately $200 to make 800.
$20 per contract to make $80 per contract.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So we'll see how that shakes out.
And it's right. What's interesting is it's almost right where it was when you got into it.
Exactly.
And at that point, I think the market was at about 47.30.
Yeah.
So you've had, I don't want to call it a day and a half, right? But a day and change, go over it, and you've gotten 15 points down. But that time premium is going to be going out.
It is.
That's where we talk about it. Downloading the demo account and seeing how these move, especially if you're going to do trading like this, where you're trading binaries 5 days out.
Right.
Because you want to make sure that you understand how this price is going to react to how the market moves.
Totally.
And that takes a little bit of just practice and watching it.
It does. And the put together on this one really had to do with, we've been talking about Amazon, Apple, Facebook, Google, all the big dogs. Like Kevin said, there's a lot of numbers coming out, but the big dogs inside the NDX 100 are out.
For sure.
So it's like, okay, so what else is going to put juice into it? Now, yesterday, the IBB did put juice into the NDX 100. But guess what? Not today.
Quite a chart there, just going back to yesterday morning.
It is.
Yeah.
No, it's and what does happen is that when you get, to me, what happens is that you get that little spike higher, and then you give it up. That's a danger sign that you can really get out quick. And that's what the XLE did. I mean, the XLE last Friday, rejected lower price, and it had lighter volume going against a swing point. It goes up, and then bang, it gets crushed yesterday.
Yeah.
So we'll see how that shakes out. And what does happen, folks, which is and we'll walk through that trade as the week is going on.
Excuse me.
But as Tommy mentioned yesterday, what does happen is that when it gets to just my number, that I don't get, that means I'm only at 50 cents.
Yeah, so
$50.
And that's the mentality you have to get used to too. So, right now we're at 47.15. Let's say that you're at 47, even 100, right? Or you're at 46.70 or something, 46.68. But so you're risking 20 with a max profit of 80.
Yeah.
Instinctively, your mind wants to go, if I reach that strike point, my max profit's achieved. And that's you're really close, because if you reach 1 penny over that strike point, your max profit is achieved.
Right.
But that's only if you let it go till expiration.
Exactly.
And you let that expire either 1 penny above or 1 penny below.
Right.
So if it's trading there, it's actually going to be trading by like 49 by 51 or whatever the spread is, 47 by 53. And so don't get in that mentality to think all it has to do is reach the strike and I reach max profit, because you'd be risking 20 actually to make about 30 if you took off the trade at the strike price. So just get into that, and even if it goes 10 or 15 points past it, you're probably only going to be getting like 60 to 65,
That's right.
depending on the time and what's going on. If there's 5 minutes left, you're going to have 90, if it's that far away. But you just want to think about that. Yeah.
And folks, that's where the demo comes in really handy.
You got to practice that stuff.
Because Tommy and I have talked about this off camera a million times in between doing this, that when you have a binary, as you're coming up to the end, it's like, oh, is it going to do it? Is it not going to do it? What is it going to do?
And there's it has a huge effect on your profitability,
it does.
right? Because, even taking it off of the 65 to the 70 range,
right,
you're leaving an extra 50% on top of that to the 100. Like you're taking off at 65,
Totally.
You've left 35 on the table. So you really just want to have a plan and stick with it probably, no matter what your plan is.
Yeah.
That's the
totally.
key, I think,
Totally.
because you can get caught up in that fear and greed real quick.
Oh, yeah,
when all the profits or all the losses are oscillating around that strike price, and you say, my conviction's correct, but you're very open to mere minutes of movement for all profits
Bingo.
and losses.
Just like that.
Yeah.
And then you'll blame someone. You'll blame that screen. What do you do that for?
That's why you got to trade big markets, right?
Totally.
Seriously.
Totally.
Oh, seriously.
Yeah. Oh, there's no doubt about that. Let's go take a look inside the Dow Industrial, see what's bringing this baby into lower price. So you get Pfizer down almost 3%. Apple's off 1%. Walmart's down 0.8, and Nike's down 0.7. The leader today is Exxon, and Exxon was the dog yesterday. So Exxon's up 0.6%. Microsoft's up 0.8. Let's stay with Exxon. I want to see. You might be doing a nice ABC down. Yeah, see, this is going to be a beauty. So Exxon gets crushed Friday and yesterday. Friday does 7.9 million. Does 5.9 million yesterday. Now this is a classic. See, Exxon's going to have to build some cars in order to get into this whole 85 area. And I like looking at charts kind of like houses. And when you look at this, you can see that, you came straight down because you seem to go straight up. And now you come into a floor. It's like, okay, man, you're not going to just bust right through that floor, man. I mean, there's too many people that own stocks there, may buy again, say, okay, I like this spot here. Do you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And that's where you get these little bounces. Now, the way it's trading right now, it looks like it's going to do an ABC down. It's doing a B to a C. And that correlation would be that if you bounce, and we do have the lighter volume, well, guess what? The probability gets higher that's what we have happening. If we go into the NDX 100 and we see what's moving the NDX, Dish is down 5.8%. That's a big one. Seagate's down 4.8. Norwegian Cruise is down 4.3, and American Airlines is down 3.4. That's some big numbers, man. Look at Discovery Communications. What's happening with that?
They must have had earnings.
Yeah, they're a monster, man. Yep, earnings.
Yeah, they got a conference call going on.
Shark Week, moving up. Shark Week hurt ratings. That's interesting.
I didn't watch too much Shark Week this year.
I watched.
I love it. I do.
I watched the first day of it.
I watched a lot on demand of it, but
that you know why? The competition is so much more intense right now.
Yeah,
there is. That's intriguing, man, because they didn't used to have as many great shows. Symantec is up 0.2, and Google's up 0.2. So inside the NDX 100, you can see
nothing basically besides
that's besides Discovery.
Yeah,
that's not strong at all.
Right.
And if we look at, it looks to me like that's kind of like the move on Google. Google had big day the day it came out with numbers, couldn't though get over its downdraft that had been created from the last numbers going all the way back in February. All right, that wasn't numbers, that just got crushed. You stay right there, folks. Tommy and I are coming right back. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. Dow's down 85, Nasdaq's off 35, S&P's are down 12.5. We're going to be right back.
Today, it's hard to tell if the economy is coming or going. Regardless, I want my money going in the direction I choose. If that's your stance as well, then you want to know how Everbank can help keep your money thriving just the way you want. Is growing your money a priority? Everbank is committed to a yield pledge promise to pay high yields on your checking, money market, and CD balances. Looking to diversify? Everbank ingeniously developed accessible ways to spread your money around the world into foreign currencies and even non-FDIC insured metals. And when it comes to your wealth, they bring a highly experienced and global perspective to help you manage it. Everbank's financial philosophy flies in the face of the status quo. They believe your money's performance should not be determined by today's economic circumstances, but by the drive to rise above them and create opportunities that favor your objectives. If that excites you like it does me, visit everbank.com/TFNN to find out what they can do for you. Again, that's everbank.com/TFNN. Visit them today. Everbank is a member FDIC and equal housing lender.
If you're an active trader looking for that extra edge when it comes to trading and investments, then now is a great time to get a 2-week free trial to Tom O'Brien's daily market letter, Market Insights. Tom O'Brien's daily newsletter, Market Insights, comes out every market day at around 9:30 a.m. and provides Tom's daily commentary on the broad market, including the Dow, NASDAQ, and S&P, plus specific trade recommendations. There's even an update published most afternoons to keep you informed about the day's market activity. He'll give you the entry price, price target, and stop price of each stock and option trade. With Market Insights, there's nothing left to guessing. For all the details and to get your 2-week free trial to Market Insights started today, visit TFNN.com.
TFNN is excited to offer a brand new piece of market scanning software unlike anything the industry has ever seen. John Logan and his team have spent years developing their market profile tools to finally be able to release the TAS Profile Scanner Plus. And right now you can get a 2-week trial absolutely free just by visiting TFNN.com and providing us your name and email address. The TAS Profile Scanner Plus is the premier market profile-based scanner in the industry. Powered by the acclaimed TAS proprietary algorithms, this feature-rich scanner is a standalone desktop software that instantly filters over 2,500 global financial markets such as stocks, ETFs, commodity futures, and Forex. Within 3 minutes of signing up, you can have the software downloaded and running on your computer with a complete roadmap of market indicators and inflection points to trade off using the TAS Profile Scanner Plus. Sign up today and try this amazing piece of software by visiting TFNN.com.
This segment is brought to you by Think or Swim. For more information, just click the Think or Swim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. We have the Dow down 78, the NASDAQ is off 38, S&Ps are down 13. And if we go over to the S&P, so check this out, folks. This is going to be, we'll see how this is shaking out. But for 10:30 in the morning, this SPY is taken out, well, it's going after the $215.62. Now, this has been going sideways since July 14th. And what I'm going to be looking for, and right now it's saying it's going to do it, is that it's breaking this whole little consolidation and you have volume expanding. So we're dealing with 84 million and we've done 19 million in an hour.
Yeah.
That's pretty intense.
For sure.
So we'll see how this shakes out, because if you in fact do that, then, well, it's not, it doesn't mean it has to go dramatically low, but realistically 212 would be game right back to where it kind of took off topside. And the characteristic of the volume would give us a good indication that, okay, you got sellers in the marketplace when in fact at the highs we still didn't have buyers, but it stayed at highs. So
did you see Uber pulled out of China technically, or really caved, and now they're going to have some type of ownership stake in the larger company that gets formed? That's probably a much easier battle for them, and cash flow wise, I'm sure investors in that company are happy.
That's right. Both of those companies said that they're spending billions fighting each other.
Just last year, I think the CEO of Uber had come out and said they were going to spend $1 billion just the following year in China, trying to get into the market.
So now the bottom line, they're going to own 20% of the company.
Yeah, that's
a big number.
Yeah.
That's a big number. Yeah,
it's a big number for China, because guess what? 20% of China. I mean, I should know the people, but that's a bigger share than all of the U.S. China's more than 5 times the size of the U.S.
Huge.
Yeah.
The thing that's amazing is that I heard it was the Dallas Federal Reserve governor, and I forget his name. It wasn't Dudley. It was another guy yesterday on an interview, and it was really cool, man. What happens, folks, is that sometimes you get these interviews, and what the guy said had made so much sense. They kept going back and saying, okay, why don't you think the economy is growing as much as it should, and what do you think should be done? And he says, I have a different twist on this. He says, I think that there's, in every business, there's so many disruptive technologies right now, right? That what has happened is that you can use less resources to change business models, and prices on a continual basis are going to continue being lower. And then he brought up Uber. He was bringing up all these,
sure.
and he says, what's going to happen though, what he thinks is going to happen, you're going to see this in businesses that you never even thought of.
Sure.
And he says those CEOs right now are sitting there worried, like, who is going to come out and get a new disruptive business
Sure.
model?
Yeah,
you know,
technology
and
is fine.
that really
Right.
made sense to me.
Yeah,
I mean, because we know how much, like, we use Uber, and it just changed everything overnight.
Right.
Do you know what I mean?
agree.
You can go out. It's $5 to go out. You don't jump in your car. I
Yeah.
mean, there's just
Right. It's so easy. You just press a button on your phone, and
Right.
they know where you are, and they're driving
Right.
to exactly your location.
Right. You know, so
Yeah.
that was
Yeah.
that was pretty intriguing
Yeah.
because everyone's battling. Why can't you grow by 2%?
Okay, yeah.
You know, in the world. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? But then guess what? If we're spending less of the money we actually make, and you're still growing, that's better than growing and spending more money.
I hear you.
You know?
Yeah.
So.
Just the last part of that too. I said so. Navigating in China, right?
Yeah.
I mean, it's not like Russia or something, but I'm sure it's pretty intense in terms of who
Oh,
you know,
for sure.
connections, getting things passed.
Right.
And they had said that. So, did you see the final straw? I guess was that the government passed something saying that you couldn't offer rides for less than the cost. They made it
Okay.
illegal, and so like they couldn't even spend money at that point to infiltrate
Really?
the market share. They
Wow.
were just like,
Okay.
you know,
That was it.
That was it.
That was
what
it.
are they going to do? They can't even lose money.
Yeah.
Isn't that sick? The government
No.
was like, no, you can't even lose money to try and gain customers. I wonder if they knew that was part of the game plan in terms of what possible scenarios that could play out, right?
Yeah. I like the idea of being in a business that you don't need government favors, because I've been in both of them. You know,
Yeah.
and the reality is that the politics, man, you just have to be a different animal
Sure.
to
Well, you just got to know.
Work your way
just gotta
through that.
Know the more
Yeah.
more politicians.
you get. Yeah, exactly, exactly. You gotta.
There you go. That's it.
That's just a different animal, man. 877-927-6648. Let's take a look at some of the higher volume stocks out here. See what we have. You get Ford off 47 cents. We get Frontier Communications off 30 cents. So the Frontier came out with the numbers last night. They're blaming the takeover. Oh well, when they bought Horizon Lines. I mean Horizon.
Yes,
no, Verizon.
yes. When they
yeah.
bought Verizon Fios
You know,
in the three
yeah.
big states, Florida
Yeah.
being one of them. I think
Right.
it was Texas, maybe even California.
Yeah.
Three enormous ones. Well, can you click on it? Let's go to them.
Yeah.
Because our personal experience has been horrible.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
We'll throw that one out there.
Seriously. You know, so there's the equity.
Because I have them at home too, and it was not good at home even.
Well, and it's,
Just to put it, I mean, that's
and
a
it-
fundamental
and it seems
one-person
like-
take. But
Have you seen that it's changed compared to what the actual Fios used to be?
change like
Meaning-
speed-wise?
yeah,
or-
speed-wise or
No,
anything
I
else?
haven't.
Nothing. Okay,
But I don't.
right,
I don't.
right.
I mean, I use it for a lot of stuff, but I haven't.
No, I'm with it. Right.
It was just
right.
that it was down a lot,
right.
of course.
So,
yeah.
you know, Fios gap lower today, so it's gap.
This is Frontier.
Oh, Frontier, sorry,
Yeah.
yeah. So it closed yesterday at 508. It's trading 475, and it looks like it's going to go after the swing point. You know, hasn't broken it yet, which is 457.
Can you go back to the description for a second? I just
Yeah.
want to see how big of a company they are.
So let's see.
Oh, no, right there. I just want to
Oh.
see the market cap even. What are they? 5 billion, 5.5?
5.5 billion.
Go ahead. We're going to go there.
Yeah,
Earnings?
well, I was going to go with this with the.
Yeah.
Well, look at that. Look at the difference when they bought
Oh,
Fios.
yeah, that's, I mean, they
Holy
paid
cow.
huge. I think they paid $1 billion or $2 billion.
Yeah. So their numbers, folks, from buying, it's almost going to double in revenue.
Yeah.
Question is, they're going to bring it to the bottom line.
And can they keep it?
Yeah.
If we had another
'Cause
option, their service has
Right.
been
Right.
ridiculous compared
Right.
to Verizon's.
No doubt. So in 2015, they took in $5.6 billion. In 2016, they plan on taking in $9.3 billion.
Yeah, and basically their month went from like quarter 1.4 billion to like 2.6, so almost doubling it.
Pretty
They
intense.
added 1.2 billion extra when they were just getting 1.4.
Right.
No wonder they had some integration problems, man.
Pretty intense.
Seriously.
And, you know, so
Yeah.
If we go,
thankfully, we were okay, but there are a lot of businesses hurt a lot worse in terms of, we were down for a full day, I believe.
Yeah.
It was a market day. It was a Friday.
Right.
So that it hit us for sure. But a lot of people, got hit a lot worse and we're down a lot longer.
And as Bridget was saying, what ends up happening, folks, depending on what the business is, all their appointments. So if you're a doctor's appointment and you're in the cloud and everything's down, it's right there. It's like, oh my God, you know, what are you going to do?
Yep.
You know?
Yeah, you just scramble.
Yeah. People are walking into your office saying, hey, I got a toothache. Oh, I don't know.
I know. They had all the records, everything. It was like, yeah.
Let's go take a look at the small caps. So the small caps yesterday, folks, they were pushing higher with volume, and now they're giving it up. So today's going to be a big day inside the small caps to see if the IWM can get under this 118.94. You stay right there, folks. Tommy and I are coming right back. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. Be right back.
Has the current market volatility continued to stop you out of trades when the market spikes against you? Now is the perfect time to open up an account with Nadex. Nadex, the North American Derivatives Exchange, is a brand new, completely regulated Chicago-based exchange, and unlike most other exchanges, Nadex allows you to trade directly through them with direct market access when using their completely free trading platform, which also features real-time charts and full customization capability. One of the advantages of trading with Nadex in volatile markets is that your risk is always capped and you have the ability of keeping your trades open even when the market spikes against you. Nadex is completely brand new with a line of unique trading products that are unavailable anywhere else. See how it works at nadex.com. That's NADEX.com. Or click on the Nadex banner on the front page of TFNN.com. Futures and options trading involves risk and may not be appropriate for all investors.
Tom O'Brien's weekly gold letter, The Gold Report, gives complete and concise coverage of the entire gold market. Inside, you'll get Tom's commentary on gold, the dollar, the rand, the bond, the XAU, the HUI, and detailed coverage of nearly 25 mining stocks. He'll give you the entry price, price target, and stop price of each stock trade. The Gold Report is a long-term newsletter where the focus is on building real wealth through the management of a successful portfolio of gold stocks. With a lifetime of knowledge and almost 12 years of writing his informative weekly newsletter, The Gold Report, Tom O'Brien can provide you with the important market information to help you make better trades in the gold market. Don't let the next bull run in gold pass you by. To get a month-long free trial to The Gold Report, an $85 value, visit the front page of TFNN.com today.
David White's newsletter, The Technology Insider, is focused like a laser on finding the next big things in technology. If you had invested only $10,000 in Microsoft in 1986, you'd have been a millionaire by 2000. Disruptive technology like Microsoft's is the key to these massive long-term profits, and the Tech Insider is the vehicle from TFNN to capitalize on these opportunities. This is the go-to newsletter that identifies, monitors, and profits on mostly little-known cutting-edge companies with great long-term prospects. David's experience is as an inventor of Emmy-winning animation products for TV and Hollywood that propelled a company public. Match that with 14 years as a full-time trader, and he's uniquely qualified to guide you through the light-speed world of ever-evolving high-tech. If you're ready to ride the next big technology bull market for less than $40 per month, log on to TFNN.com and get your 2-week free trial to the Technology Insider. Get in on the ground floor of the next big thing today.
This segment is brought to you by TFNN. Test drive all the newsletters for free at TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. Dow right now is down 94. You get the Nasdaq off 43. S&Ps are down 15, and we just took another leg down.
I know what's going on, man. We'll take a quick peek. But that's a nice little spike, and we had your position up there, and now it's interesting. You know, and I was just saying, even myself, right? I'm like, oh, I wonder what the contract was up here, right? And that just speaks to, you open this up, you open the demo, you play with it, you get used to it because you watch it. And I do watch it enough that I know how most of them are. And we have a general ballpark. Most people probably wouldn't even, you know, if you've never used this before.
Right.
And you do. But and that's where you just got to watch the market, and then you'll know, at this level, like you were saying, you had your eyes on it, of course, because you had a position.
Yeah.
And they were probably at like 85 by 90 or something, or
Right.
80, 87 even by 93. That would have been at 47.50. Your strike point is 46.68. So you're talking about more than 80 points away, which is like almost a 2% index move. So
Right.
keep that all. That's a big move, isn't
It is.
Yeah.
But the Nasdaq can do it, baby.
And it's dropped 5 points since we pulled it up over the break, for sure.
Yeah, and hey, it will. Just like when this day started off, folks, what's happening is that the bonds are coming back. The divergence here was pretty intense. Now, I suspect we'll pull the bonds up after we're going to talk about Steve Rhodes. He's got a great workshop
look at all
coming up.
these candles, man. What a perfect
Yeah.
introduction. Red
Right.
candles everywhere.
So if you come over to our website at TFNN, you're going to see right on the front page, Mr. Steve Rhodes. He's going to be doing a live workshop for his subscribers.
Yeah.
Master in Probability.
And that's a week from tomorrow, a week from Wednesday. So we'll be here quick. And
Time.
normally his newsletter is $149. He's doing a special, so for your first month, you can get in for $49, and you get the course. I mean, the course alone is worth more than $49.
Sure,
So it's
absolutely.
an awesome deal. If you've never tried his newsletter, if you have before, if you want to get back in, it's a perfect time, and he'll be doing that on next Wednesday.
And then there's a money management course inside of that you also get.
Yeah, and that's part of his newsletter, Mastering Probability. And of course, you get the newsletter. You get it every day. He puts out at least a couple, morning letter,
Yeah.
along with seeing updates he's putting out all the time. I encourage people to check it out.
Right in the front page of TFNN.
And since we're talking about it,
Yeah.
were you able to catch Nico and Paige this morning?
I missed them.
I was watching them live. They had a good program, and they're doing a workshop live on Thursday night.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. And so they're going to be talking about beyond diet, exercise, and supplements Thursday night, and that's for anybody, Primal Edge or Health Signals.
Nice.
I know we have people in the office that are taking it.
Right.
I've taken it.
Right.
Just yesterday, somebody else grabbed one in the office.
Well-
they take it, Nico and Paige.
And did you see McDonald's?
What?
Okay, so McDonald's comes out last night that as of 2017, there's not going to be any more something inside their chicken McNuggets.
They're constantly making things a little more natural
Right.
or better.
And
yeah.
then they come out and say, and they're getting hammered on this. They come out and say, and there's going to be no more, what is it, high
high fructose corn syrup.
yeah, inside the buns. And everyone's saying, I didn't know there was high.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah.
No more sugar in our bread.
And the buns.
In our bread.
Yeah.
Wow.
Isn't that wild?
That is.
Fake sugar, too.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Not even sugar.
So
right.
on the front page.
No wonder.
On the,
no wonder they're so darn good.
So that's exactly what I haven't had one for a while, but that's what I thought.
I want one right now. Go ahead.
So check this out. In the journal.
That's funny, man.
In the journal, this is really unusual for the journal. The journal, I like the second section. It says McDonald's getting rid of fake food.
Yeah. Right.
Oh man.
No wonder I like those little hamburgers, your cheeseburgers. Just the little ones, the single. The patties are so thin.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's all sugary bread on the top.
Totally,
Yeah.
totally, man.
That's why.
Get it going, baby.
So get rid of that. Maybe
Yeah.
get some Primal Edge, right? You
Yeah.
get your bottle, and you get to go to their workshop.
and you're gonna live longer.
I mean, that's it. And if people haven't checked out the program, you can go watch the archive that was this morning.
Yeah.
But it's a great time to try it. Summer, be healthy, be outside, right? I mean, it's tougher. You know,
It
we
is.
have beautiful weather down here all year round. But even ourselves, you're out more in the summer. You're enjoying the weather. I mean, it gets a little cool in the winter months
Oh, yeah.
here. And when you're outside enjoying that sun, I think it's easier to be healthy, be active.
It is.
So,
It absolutely
so start
is,
it off.
man.
Start it off.
Yep. Yesterday's gone. Tomorrow's not here. What are you doing right now, folks? Because guess what? It matters.
Where's that market going?
Let's take a look at it. We had that leg down. Let's see what we got happening. So if we look at I'll look at the E-minis first. See where we stand there. That's a good leg down, man. Oh. This is one of these deals, folks, that when you take out, we just took out the whole consolidation going back till July 17th, I believe. July 14th. That's serious business. That means that you can get going. I mean, if this stays below 2152, we're only 2 points below it right now. You stay below that, we can be down at 2119 in a heartbeat, which would be a monster, like heads up, like what just happened. We go into the NQs, and yeah, they're giving it back. They're down $37.
Yeah. I mean, you get the Dow down 100, and I laughed when you said to Kevin, maybe we'll be down 100 by the time it was noon, and I kind of
Right.
said, yeah, that's a little conservative, I'd say, and it only took us about 30 minutes. So
Yeah. Now let's go over to the bonds. So if we go over to the 10-year, yeah, it's going to be, this is it, man. This is going to get cool. So this thing came down hard. It had light volume because it needed 1.5 million contracts, but it's probably going to do like 1.4. But it never made the swing low of the 29th. And now it's charging back. So with my correlation, when I look at something like this, folks, what happens is that, as I started the program, it says there's something that is off here, because that isn't what flies. So at the end of today, we'll see where this shakes out, But if, in fact, you get a total rejection of lower price, that is another heads up that, guess what, man? These bonds are going topside once again because the market wants to go lower. And the dollar's still the wild card. Yeah, it's like, okay, what's the dollar doing and what's metals doing? They're the metal contract has been hanging up at these highs in a big way, and it won't back off.
yeah,
And so
big move, man.
it is a big move. You're doing 120,000 contracts. You're at 1372. It's like, okay, man, you stay at those highs. It's like, my fundamental take on it right now is that they all want to pull back with the market, but it hasn't happened, and we'll see how this shakes out. What I've seen plenty of times, though, is that the market goes down a little, then goes down a little bit more, and then takes a leg down, and then all of a sudden takes everything with it.
Yeah.
It's
Big
like
time.
it's like one of those legs. Like, oh no, what really? That's where that whole what really just pulled the rug out from under everything. And
I just want to glance again. I mean, big moves over and over, man. Every single bar keeps dropping.
Yeah.
And what's nice is, it's a nice position. We're approaching. You're about 35 points now from your strike price.
Sorry about that.
They're probably calling you saying, what's going on with this market?
Oh, man. That is, 35. I can get 35 points today. I mean, it's only, it's quarter of 11.
You already got 35 points today, to put it.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
You did.
Right.
It was at 47.60, right?
Right. And if we go over what has happened is that, yesterday it was the IBB that was putting it inside the NASDAQ composite. Now, it's only down $3, which is not a lot. Well, $4 now. That was quick. But what you do have is that if it stays inside 289.70, that's a failure of the breakout from yesterday.
Yeah. Now it's down 113 now.
Oh.
114.
Holy cow. Get the fire hydrants.
It's going quick.
Stay right there, folks. Tommy and I are coming right back.
Are China A shares hot or not? If you trade China A shares, now may be time to take a closer look. Trade CHAU or CHAD, Directions Daily CSI 300 China A Share Bull and Bear ETFs. China A shares in either direction. Visit directioninvestments.com today. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the Direction shares carefully before investing. The prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about Direction shares. To obtain a prospectus or summary prospectus, please contact Direction shares at 866-476-7523. The prospectus or summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. An investment in the funds is subject to risk, including the possible loss of principal. The funds are designed to be utilized only by sophisticated investors such as traders and active investors. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
Hi, I'm Steve Rhodes, host of the Trader's Edge Heard Daily at TFNN.com and author of Mastering Probability, a daily investment and trading newsletter service that I send out each morning by 8 a.m. My morning newsletter service covers exactly what the markets have been doing since last night's close, providing you with an edge on your trading day ahead. You get actionable trading ideas, including the exact entry, stop, and profit targets. Plus, I'll teach you the patterns and hidden market correlations that will make you a better trader. As a subscriber, you'll gain access to my 90-minute money management workshop, where I'll teach you the secrets that'll save your assets. The bottom line, I've got your back, including a 30-day money-back guarantee. See for yourself the type of analysis I provide each trading day by signing up for Mastering Probability today. With nothing to lose, this is an offer you should not pass on. Mastering Probability can be found under Trading Newsletters on the front page of TFNN.com.
It's 2016 and TFNN has a brand new programming lineup to kick things off. Starting January 4th, Swim Lessons by Thinkorswim and TD Ameritrade will be airing 5 days a week at noon Eastern Time. Join hosts Scott Connor, Kevin Hinks, and Cindy Faber as they host their daily options program live at noon 5 days a week with no commercials for the entire hour. Nico DeHaan and Paige Clark will be moving their program, Living a Primal Lifestyle, to twice a week, Tuesdays and Thursdays from 7 a.m. until 8 a.m. Eastern Time. Wake up with Nico and Paige and start your day off right. The Bull Bear Binary Option Hour by Nadex will now be live Mondays and Fridays at 10 a.m. Start and end the week with the three hosts, Tom O'Brien, Tommy O'Brien, and Daryl Martin, as they break down the world of trading binary options and spreads. For all the details on the new 2016 programming lineup, visit the front page of TFNN.com. TFNN, educating investors.
Catch Basil Chapman as he uses his Chapman Wave methodology to call the markets. The Tiger Technicians Hour, next on TFNN.
Welcome back, folks. Dow right now is down 116. You get the NASDAQ off 57. S&Ps are down 18. And there's some expansion of price destruction and volume. You get the Dow down 0.6%. S&Ps are down 0.6. NASDAQ's down 1.1. So there's
that was probably after being up overnight, too. Right? As in even, it's probably down from its high more than 1.1%. Do you see what I'm saying? Where
yes.
It's probably down from its high, like
it is, because that's it. So Yeah, we closed at 47.45. Last night it went up to 47.59. Yeah, you know. And now what's happening, folks, is that you're coming into the swing low that was generated out here on the 28th. You know, so that swing low is 40
straight down,
689. So we'll get 10 more points to go down just to get to that. You know. The probabilities are going to get there pretty quick, because once you get down like that, it's like, okay, man, you know, you're there. Now the real question is going to be, how much cause does it build at that particular point, and does it blow it away today? Because if it blows it away today, then you can see the NQ's down 100, you know, which would be pretty
right
intense.
Now, I mean, it's just dropping like a rock, so I could see it almost, doing anything. I mean, that is, what time did it start at? The open, straight down.
Right.
Yeah.
And that's, what was that, 47.40 to, so 40 bucks, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, approximately, 40 bucks.
In like less than an hour and a half.
Yeah.
So it's interesting, we have your contract up here now, so we're saying you got in at like 80.
Yeah.
As in 20.
Right, right.
Risking 200 for your 10. And right now, you know, it's at 63 by 70. So already you could get a 50% profit if you wanted to. I know now you're making that for different parameters, but that's where, you know, if people follow those trades, you follow where the market's going. Right. You at least understand how they're going to be priced. Because guess what? People might have thought, if I get this huge tank and maybe the market's at 46.90, that I'll be able to get out at like 55.
Yes.
You know, so that's where you just want to become familiar.
Right. Yeah. And you can do that just by coming over to our website, folks. You hit the Nadex banner, bring it up, and they'll put $25,000 of paper into your account. And, you know, what
did Kevin say? 1,500 stocks with earnings this week? So, again, a great week to check it out. I know, I didn't... It's amazing how we heard so much about it just because of those big four and how they really do dominate everything.
They do.
Yeah.
They do.
You wouldn't even know it's still earnings week on CNBC with the amount of talk that they gave.
RTFNN.
That's right. Well, you know, because we're talking about this morning, thankfully, with Kevin. He's got all those numbers. Banging it out.
There's no doubt.
Yeah.
Listen, folks, you stay right there. We get some great programming, of course, coming up the rest of the day for you. We got our man, Mr. Basil Chapman, coming up next. Then we'll go into TD Ameritrade headquarters in Chicago. Coming back here, our man, Mr. Steve Rhodes, 1 to 2. Dave White, I'll be back 3 to 5. Our man, Mr. Andy Hecht, 5 to 6. And, you know, of course, all of that programming, get right on your cell phone, TFNN.com. Hit Tiger TV. Yeah, let's go. Can we, on the Nadex platform, let's put up oil. Let's see what, that's a fact. So let's see what we're doing with oil out here. Because tomorrow at 10:30, folks, oil numbers. And this oil, you know, bottom line, this is what led the markets, you know, basically lower. You know, oil started it. It's been hanging there at that $40. Look at it. It's so scared to break 40. It broke it,
It is.
intraday.
Look at that.
Yeah.
And so just real quick, these are the binaries for the weekly
Okay.
that I have on the right.
Yeah.
So you're talking about, 42.75. You can get a 10-to-1 right now.
Yeah.
And on the same respect, 37.75. You can get a 10-to-1 to the downside.
Wow.
And just, I like.
And there's going to be action there tomorrow, folks. 10:30 the numbers come out. 10:30 the numbers come out on for gas.
I mean, when you look at it, it's basically, 250 to the upside.
Yeah.
And 235 to the downside. So pretty
Okay.
close, right? And
Yeah.
you get 10-to-1 on either side. That's the stuff that I like checking out when I do that.
Yeah, totally. You stay right there, folks. I'm man, Mr. Basil Chapman's coming up next. Dow right now is down 113. Nasdaq's up 56. S&Ps are down 18. We have gold up 1370. Have a great one. Have a safe one. I want to go eat some salmon, grow my nails.
It's bear time. Watch out.
Bear time. Wow. Thanks, pal.
Thanks, man.
Since 1984, Basil Chapman has been using the Chapman Wave methodology to advise traders of his expert market opinion. While originally hand-drawing charts from the late 1970s into the 1980s, Basil noticed that prices under most circumstances virtually always had a certain number of legs to the upside before declining sharply. Later, Basil found that computer software, which included the standard market technical indicators, enhanced the degree of accuracy in calling price turns, as well as market trend calls. Thus was born the Chapman Wave sequence. Using the Chapman Wave methodology along with other indicators, Basil Chapman advises his subscribers of his expert market opinion each market day with his opening call newsletter. Right now, you can get a 2-week free trial to the opening call, Basil's daily trading newsletter, by visiting the front page of TFNN.com. Cancel at any time during that trial and pay absolutely nothing. Get your 2-week free trial to Basil's newsletter, The Opening Call, today by visiting TFNN.com.
This is TFNN.